Hello and welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers lore. Today we'll be discussing none other than the Thunder Rangers from Power Rangers Ninja Storm. Remember guys, before lightning comes the thunder. Like all good storylines, it all starts with murder. Yes, the Thunder Rangers storyline has to do with murder and a desire for revenge. Let's get into it. The Thunder Rangers, Blake and Hunter, were adopted. Yes, they were adopted by a young family who were a part of a ninja academy known as the Thunder Ninja Academy. Thus the name Thunder Rangers that they would later become. However, they were eventually murdered at some unknown age, and Hunter and Blake were left and raised by none other than Sensei Omni and trained at the Thunder Ninja Academy all their lives. So they didn't really have too much out there, any other connections besides the brothers and sisters they had at the academy itself. Besides the main storyline of them being trained there, the only other information besides the outside world was a few things here and there, motocross and the like. That's the one other thing they had a major attachment to. They were very good at motocross bikes. But also they learned about another ninja academy, an opposing rival to the Thunder Ninja Academy, the Wind Ninja Academy, that basically worked on the elements of earth, water, and wind. Now, interesting storylines from there. They didn't really have a more information beyond that. They just looked at them and said, these guys don't seem like the best of guys. Why do we have this rivalry? Well, we don't know. It had to stem with something. Probably a ninja war straight from Naruto. We don't know. You best believe it. Then one day, after several decades, there's suddenly the academy is attacked, and all of it is taken into space by a new warlord known as Lothor, who is a ninja warlord and is able to defeat the entire academy lickety-split. He takes over and captures everybody, even the sensei. Now, he will eventually would release Hunter and Blake after his failure to take all of Wind Ninja Academy and taking out another major rival, Sensei Watanabe. Now, Lothor would basically see the morphers probably on Blake and Hunter and go, hey, I know I captured you, I did all these things, but I was actually just trying to go after somebody else. We just got confused. I'll release you and release the entire academy if you can kill off these guys here. And basically, probably Blake and Hunter, because this is all context clues, why would we do that? You're the bad guy. He goes, oh, I'm not the bad guy. I'm clearly not the bad guy. In truth, what is really going on here is, the sensei didn't tell you, there was major rivalry because, well, your parents were alumni of the Thunder Ninja Academy, and they were murdered one day, weren't they? And he goes, yeah, we know that. Yeah, well, did he tell you that the Sensei Watanabe of the Wind Ninja Academy is the one who killed them? And they were probably like going, what? No way, why would Sensei lie? They said, oh, I didn't want to start a ninja war. That happened many years ago, so like, don't worry about it, about that part. But I can help you get your vengeance against them, and the Wind Ninja Rangers were stopping me and stopping you from getting at the Sensei, who's the one reason there. Man, that Watanabe guy, he's a real bad guy. He murdered your parents. And he probably just played that up the entire time on them, and they went, yeah, no, that makes sense. We have to get vengeance. Full of rage, they were blinded to all the obvious facts that Lothor was not a good person, but they proceeded from there. You also have to put in there that they were also told an entire time about a rival ninja academy that was super secret, just like theirs, that was doing some possibly sketchy things and the like. Now, it's never fully said, but there probably was other ninja academies. Remember, the Thunder Ninja Academy focused on thunder and lightning, and the Wind Ninja Academy, earth, water, and wind. That's the major elements they focus on entirely. There's a bunch of other elements, such as fire and everything else, steel, all that, and they never brought them up. So that means there's probably other ninja academies out there, and they're probably more morphers, but we're not going to get too much into that. But this is the ones that we talked about the entire series. Now, fueled with vengeance and the like, Hunter and Blake go after the Wind Ninja Academies, but they don't just immediately go attack. They observe them from afar, learn their battle strategies, and figure out pretty quickly who they are. So they set up an entire scenario. They introduce themselves in their human form, never telling them that they're Rangers, but basically getting close to Dustin, and well, a new love interest for Blake, Tori. Now, they all kind of connect over here and there, playing the nice guy. Oh yeah, we're really good friends with you. We love motocross. We love surfing. Da 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 da. And then in their ranger forms, they beat the crap out of them later on, but never revealing their alter egos at all. Now, eventually, they set up an entire situation to trick the Wind Ninja Academy Rangers to basically get them in their base. Blake fakes a crash and, well, gets attacked here and there, and eventually has to take a dive, or so. Now, Tori takes Blake back to the Wind Ninja Academy to be healed by Cam because basically he was attacked by a monster and couldn't take him to the hospital for many different situations. It's just kind of a story of convenience, guys. Now, it's revealed that Blake basically was faking the entire time, but he appreciated her sense of honor to save him rather than just leaving him for death. Kind of the opposite of what Lothor had told them already. But again, he's getting so close to his goal, he kind of ignores his situation there. And he figures out how to get into the Wind Ninja Academy. Well, he also, with Hunter, destroyed the monster that attacked him with a sense of honor. You helped us, we helped you. This confused the hell out of the Wind Ninja Academy Rangers the entire time, until the very end of the episode, where it's revealed that Hunter and Blake snuck in and have now captured none other than Sensei Watanabe. However, they're having a hard time cracking the barrier put around Sensei Watanabe, and they basically are dealt with this entire situation where they can't get him out. However, they take him to none other than the one place that could destroy Sensei Watanabe, the Cavern of Lost Ninjas, where their parents appear before them and tell the brothers the truth of their deaths. This is basically a quick rendition of what happened there. Sons, we didn't die by Sensei Watanabe. We died by someone else. Lothor. And Lothor comes around the corner and goes, "It was me! I'm a douche!" However, the Thunder Rangers are immediately turned and try to fight Lothor and get their butts kicked entirely. Now, here's another question that leads to many possible more questions. When did Lothor really return? Because if he came back beforehand and killed their parents when they were young, when did that happen? Yeah, that's a good question, guys. When do you think that happened? Did he come back, observe, find out all these little observation things, did a little more details here and there? Because it would make more sense about certain different things here and there. That he's been back multiple times, but he actually fully came back with his armada when he believed it was the right time to strike. But again, leads to more questions. After them basically revealed that Lothor is the actual murderer, and the Thunder Rangers feel really bad for trying to kill Sensei Watanabe, they decide to leave the time for now. They basically pack up and go, we need to clear our heads, we need to get everything figured out, we're going to go away for a little bit, guys. Tori and the rest are all going, oh, okay, but Tori, most of them are just going, bye Blake, even though I shouldn't really trust you because you lied to me beforehand, but whatever. Eventually the Rangers separate and go their separate ways. Now, eventually they return. They have a new plan. They're going to kill Lothor. That's how they cleared their head. Went from one sort of vengeance to another. However, they are tricked by another villain that they had kind of like realized was kind of a dunce back on the starship working for Lothor, Chobo. Chobo had set up a trap to basically trick the two Thunder Rangers and basically gets them hit by a certain type of magical slime, and a bunch of different things happen where basically the Thunder Ninja Rangers believe that the Wind Ninja Rangers are their enemies once again, and they kind of go psycho. However, Tori, Dustin, and Shane are able to break the spell once and for all and basically send Chobo packing for a time, and that team begins with the Wind Ninja Rangers to basically defeat the Lothor forces. Now, from there, their storyline drops off. The powerhouses that they were originally dives. They basically are the same power level or less so than the other Rangers, and they're revealed to basically just be kids at heart with no other ambitions of vengeance at all, in fueling their inner rage apparently from this point on. They are quickly beaten and topped up by the new 6th Ranger who shows up, which is Cam in his Samurai Ranger form, who demonstrates in basically his own alter ego human form that he can basically do ninja moves better than any of them with not even being a ranger at all, and is more skilled at being a ranger than any of them at all either. And in the final battle against Lothor, it's nothing major that they don't even get vengeance against him. In the defeat, they barely fight him at all here and there, and don't have that sense of burning passion to kill him after their initial attempt to. Now, the major subplot for none other than Blake in the series is that he kind of is involved with Tori. They kind of start with a love-hate relationship where basically it's revealed that, again, he's a bad guy at the time and doesn't understand the entire context of who's murdered his parents. And eventually they get past that and are able to kind of fall in a love kind of triangle at times, because Tori and Cam also have a pretty good relationship. In the episode I Love Lothor, both Blake and Cam are put under a spell and both fall madly in love with Tori, but it is revealed basically in the end that kind of she's leaning towards Blake, but it's never fully confirmed, so there is that. Now eventually it's revealed that he becomes a huge motocross star, and while his brother Hunter becomes the leader of the Thunder Ninja Academy after Sensei Omni is basically released and steps down. Now the Thunder Ninja Rangers are able to basically come together and with the Wind Ninja Academy and say, we need to make a formal alliance so this doesn't happen again, and we don't have this sense of rivalry built up that it leads to a complete misunderstanding. Cough cough, the Thunder Rangers. Now the Thunder Ninja Rangers make an appearance again when Lothor returns in the Dino Thunder series, the crossover special. Now, Lothor has escaped the Abyss of Evil and turned, well, in reverse here, Shane, Tori, and Dustin into evil Ninja Rangers, giving back their morphers and brainwashing them with evil-powered discs. Interestingly enough, now it's time for Hunter, Blake, and Cam to work together and defeat them and purge the evil that is basically infested their friends. Now, with the help of the Dino Thunder Rangers, they are able to basically break the spell and save the Rangers themselves from this evil, but at first it takes a little while for them to do so, because first they have to go retrieve their morphers and power of the morphing from the Abyss of Evil itself. Seeing the Samurai Amulet being guarded by a few other villains in the past, they all have to work together again and eventually are able to do so. However, their powers are fleeting, and at the end of the episodes, they are gone once again, leaving the fight to the Dino Thunder Rangers. They appear once again in Super Mega Force, basically showing up at the final battle to fight against the Armada forces that have invaded and push back here and there. However, none of their helmets are taken off and they're kind of seen in the background character-wise, while the main Mega Force Rangers deal the entire fight from there on out. That is the story of the Thunder Rangers. Both these Rangers have a lot to do in the overall storylines, but in truth they are depowered later on, early after the series begins, just because they have to basically match power levels, and power levels are atrociously bad in every type of series because they don't make any sense at times. Now, most people get confused and they ask, why is there 2 Blue Rangers and 2 Red Rangers? That is a good question. In truth, technically speaking, the Thunder Rangers are not blue and red, they are crimson and navy. Now, does this set up for any emissaries of the Crimson Ranger or Navy Ranger? In truth, I think they're just offshades of blue. I don't know, blue and red, but it's never fully said why they were this way, why didn't they choose any other colors, but that is a storyline that we're sticking with apparently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I basically had to do a lot more early research because I had to go more into the early storyline, while the past storyline after the initial stories going on wasn't too very interesting, besides they're just critical episodes here and there, and they had no standing out episodes after that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be safe until next time. May the power protect you always.